What's up, everybody? Damon here, and in today's gaming news, in a shocking discovery, Phil Spencer is retiring from Xbox and Sarah Bond is resigning. Ubisoft reveals 2 Far Cry games are in development and promises the Splinter Cell remake is still happening, while Nintendo is bringing back a pair of classic Pokémon games. Whew, this is your daily fix. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer, who's been at Microsoft since he joined as an intern in 1988 and with Xbox since the software giant launched its first console in 2001, is retiring. This is according to sources familiar with the matter, who are not authorized to speak publicly, confirmed to IGN. Ryan McCaffrey had the exclusive story. Spencer's retirement is effective on Monday, February 23rd. Meanwhile, Xbox President Sarah Bond, long thought by many both inside and outside of Microsoft to be Spencer's heir apparent, has resigned. The new CEO of Microsoft Gaming will be Asha Sharma, currently the president of Microsoft's CoreAI product. Sharma is a former VP of Product and Engineering at Meta and former Instacart COO who is also a board member of the Home Depot. She joined Microsoft in 2024. In her email to Microsoft staff, she wrote, in part, "My first job is simple. Understand what makes this work and protect it. That starts with 3 commitments. First, great games. Everything begins here. We must have great games beloved by players before we do anything. Second, the return of Xbox. We will recommit to our core Xbox fans and players, those who have invested with us over the past 25 years, and to the developers who build the expansive universes and experiences that are embraced by players across the world. We will celebrate our roots with a renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with console, which has shaped who we are. Third, future of play. We are witnessing the reinvention of play. To meet the moment, we will invent new business models and new ways to play by leaning into what we already have. Iconic teams, characters, and worlds that people love. But we will not treat those worlds as static IP to milk and monetize. As monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, we will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. Games are and always will be art crafted by humans and created with the most innovative technology provided by us." Finally, Xbox Game Studios head Matt Booty is being promoted to Chief Content Officer and will work closely with Sharma. Spencer will remain in an advisory role through the summer. He was named head of Xbox in March of 2014 when he was tasked with writing a ship that had made a number of product choices and policy decisions that rubbed core gamers the wrong way in the run-up to the launch of the Xbox One in fall 2013. His first major move when put in charge was decoupling the Kinect 2.0 peripheral from the Xbox One package, thus immediately reducing the new console's price by $100 to $399, matching the day one price of Sony's PlayStation 4. He spearheaded the much heralded backwards compatibility movement within Xbox, and the Xbox Game Pass service was born under his watch. Spencer's time running Xbox will perhaps be most remembered for Microsoft's $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard King in 2022, which took almost 2 years to achieve regulatory approval from various agencies around the world. This is a huge story that we'll be following in the weeks ahead here at IGN. Ubisoft boss Yves Guillemot has been questioned over the future of his company and his own position in it as part of a wide-ranging interview that also confirmed multiple Far Cry titles are in the works. Speaking of variety, Guillemot was quizzed on his plans for Ubisoft following its recent company restructure and ongoing job losses. Guillemot said, "On Far Cry, anticipation is high, and we currently have 2 very promising projects in development." The franchise's last game, Far Cry 6, was launched in 2021. Previous reporting has suggested that the next entry will offer a more radical upgrade to the series' familiar formula. On Assassin's Creed, Guillemot noted the company had several titles in development, comprised of both single and multiplayer experiences. Back in 2022, Ubisoft announced a raft of upcoming games, including the now-launched Assassin's Creed Shadows, the Witchcraft-inspired Hex, another single-player release, and Invictus, a multiplayer game. The company is also widely expected to announce its long-awaited Black Flag remake soon. Sticking with Ubisoft, it says its long-awaited Splinter Cell remake remains in development despite layoffs at the studio working on the project. 40 jobs will be lost at Ubisoft Toronto, the company has now announced, as part of the ongoing push to cut costs that has seen thousands of employees depart over the past few years. In a statement sent to IGN, Ubisoft said that work on Splinter Cell was unaffected by the redundancies. The company announced plans to remake the original Splinter Cell using the division's Snowdrop engine back in December 2021, though little has been heard of it since. And finally today, Pokémon FireRed and LeafGreen, which originally launched for the Game Boy Advance back in 2004, will arrive on Nintendo Switch next week to celebrate the Pokémon series' 30th anniversary. The games will become available on Switch shortly after this year's Pokémon Presents broadcast, the Pokémon Company's annual announcement showcase held on February 27th each year, that is expected to be an important one indeed. Unlike other retro games available as part of the Nintendo Switch Online subscription, FireRed and LeafGreen will be standalone releases, sold via the eShop for $20 each. Local wireless play for battling and trading will be possible, though online features are not supported. The games are expected to enable players to connect and transfer Pokémon into Pokémon Home, the franchise's cloud-based monster storage service. Meanwhile, Pokémon has already begun its 30th anniversary celebrations by revealing the franchise's first LEGO sets, which also arrive on February 27th, and airing a Super Bowl spot featuring Lady Gaga singing the Jigglypuff song. Join us next Friday for Pokémon Presents, which IGN will be reporting on live. And that's your Daily Fix for Friday, February 20th. It's Humble Bundle's 15th birthday, and everyone's invited. Celebrate 15 years of connecting fans and gamers with good causes with the Humble 15 Time Capsule Bundle, featuring games from the very first Humble Indie Bundles. Right now, you can score Oddsparks, An Automation Adventure, Kill Knight, Inkbound, Bionic Bay, Mark of the Deep, Legaru HD, Samaros 2, Osmos, and Yet It Moves. This all supports Child's Play, an organization that donates toys and games to children's hospitals worldwide. Head to humblebundle.com through March 11th to start playing today. I'm David Hatfield, and for all your video game news, stay tuned to IGN.